What's cracking, everybody? This is the Carter117, aka Hodor, your boy. In today's video, we're going to do something a little bit different. So, I feel like I make some pretty cool thumbnails for my YouTube gaming videos. And I want to show you how I make one. So this video is actually coincide with the video that's coming out today, or right now. You can see it on the screen, thumbnail there. So that way I'm going to build it with you guys checking it out. First, since it's a weekly brawl video, I need to make sure I get some cool image captures so that way I can actually use them on my app. And the app that I use is, no, it's not Photoshop and it's not, Illustrator or anything like that. What I use is I actually use my iPhone. So my iPhone, I have this app called Enlight, and it's fucking baller. So I can pretty much do a lot of the things that like a Photoshop and stuff could do, but all through my phone. So it makes it a lot easier, and I can do it on the go, and I'm able to load the thumbnail up whenever I need to. I think it's only a couple bucks in the App Store, so you definitely want to check that out. So first, what I want to do is grab some of the screens that I need to build the thumbnail. So since it's a weekly brawl video, I hit play, and I'm going to highlight the mobile watch. So that way it's bigger, and it'll be a little bit easier to grab and mask over top of the background image. Usually it's better to get a bigger picture, so that way you're able to shrink it down and it won't get all weird and fucked up and pixely. So what I'm going to do on my Xbox is I'm going to double tap the Xbox button, and then I'm going to click the Y button to save a screenshot. So I'm going to save a screenshot of that, so that way I can pull it offline. So I go onto my computer or onto my iPhone, and I will pull the images off of xboxdvr.com. So let's jump over to my phone and we'll take a look. Alright, so here's my iPhone. So I went to Safari and went to xboxdvr.com. This website's pretty fucking cool. Pretty much any video you capture using like the Xbox Record That, or any screen captures you get will show up on this website after maybe 10 or 15 minutes after saving them. I'm going to go into my gamer tag and I'm going to search it. And I'm going to search. And in there, I'm going to go down to View Screenshots. And this is a screenshot that I saved on my Xbox that you saw previously. This should be able to pull the mobile watch picture. So I want to make it bigger. So I'm going to make it so that way it's big enough to see and save. So on the top of the screen, I'm going to hit this little icon since I'm in sideways view. And then I want to save the image. Image is now saved. Alright, and then now what I need is because it's a Genji gameplay in the weekly brawl, I want to get a picture of Genji. So what you want to do is you want to search Google for an Overwatch Genji PNG. PNG is very important because a lot of times the PNG, it will be images that don't have the background, like the background will be transparent, which will make it easier for masking in the app. Alright, so I go there and I hit images. Some of these images look pretty cool. Since I'll probably put the MOBA picture or the mobile watch picture on one of the sides, I definitely want to pick, one that might be facing the right direction and with what I want. So you have all these pictures here to choose from. So I think I'm just going to go with the normal pose. Okay, so then I guess I'll go with this one. What I'm going to do is hold down the picture, hit Save Image. Alright, so now we have that image saved. Alright, now that we've grabbed the necessary pictures that we want to have in order to make our thumbnail, we want to go to the Enlight app. So as you can see it's here, we're going to click on it and open it. So what I did was that I created a separate album on my phone and dumped in the pictures that I thought I was going to need for my thumbnail. So you can slide it out and view all the pictures in a larger view. I'm going to use probably 4 of these 5 pictures, just depends on how they look. I have an Overwatch logo, a background, a Genji PNG with the transparent background, and a crop picture of the MOBA Watch weekly brawl picture. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select the background like I have here. Now, what I want to do, like what I do with most of my thumbnails, is I like to put the Overwatch logo in the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the top left, and I'm going to click the 3-line image, and I'm going to hit Tools, and I'm going to go to Mixer. So the Mixer basically puts a mask of a picture on top of another picture. It's kind of like layers in Photoshop. So I'm going to go with, I think, the Yeah, with the white Overwatch picture because, you know, it looks better that way. So, but what I like to do is like to stretch it out over the top, and I don't care if stuff overlaps it, but you can still see what that says Overwatch. So, go here. Bam. Looks good to me. Alright, so that's my first layer on top of that. Now, the next layer I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Mixer again, and I'm going to put in the Genji PNG. So as you can see, because it's a transparent background image, it only shows the Genji. So what I'm going to do is, since he's facing to the right, I'm going to put him on the left side of the picture, so that way he's facing towards what I'm doing. And I like to also put him kind of off the screen a little bit, so I have more real estate to work with in the thumbnail. So that looks about right there. Alright, and we're going to hit the check mark on the top left, so that way it will save it and flatten the layer down. Alright, and then we're going to go to Mixer again, and we're going to grab the Weekly Brawl picture. Since the Weekly Brawl picture is not transparent background, we're going to need to edit it some. So what I like to do is like to make it a little bit bigger, so that way I can see what I'm working with. And then I'm going to go to Tools on the right, and I'm going to hit Erase. Erases only the masked picture, so it doesn't mess with the underlying picture or the background picture at all, just the picture that I'm working with now. So my main goal that I want to do at first is take away as much of the picture as I can quickly and easily, and then I'm going to zoom in and then be able to get the finer lines, so that way I don't erase the actual picture that I want. So in order to do that, all it takes is just swiping my finger across the picture I don't want in here. And if you mess up and you go too bad and you go through half of your picture on accident, that's easy to fix. You just go to Add, which is underneath the Erase key, and you just add the picture back. So sometimes it's actually easier to erase some of the picture you want and then add it in to get a better defined line, depending on how intricate the picture is. So I'm going to go back to Erase, and I'm going to erase some of this picture, and then we're going to see how it looks. So I'm going to fast forward this, so that way you guys don't have to sit through a long ass time of me going through this motherfucker. But anyway, let's do it. Alright, now that I'm done erasing the parts of the picture I don't want, so that way it will look better in the picture against the background, I unclick the erase button, and then I'm going to drag and drop and resize the picture to make the most sense with what I'm trying to do. I didn't spend too much time messing with the bottom of the picture because I knew I was going to kind of put it off screen a little bit. So there's no point in having the whole fucking thing there. So now that I have that, I'm going to hit the check mark. So as you can see, this is what the picture looks like so far, and it looks pretty good, I think. Now, since it's a Genji gameplay, it's really important in YouTube, especially since the videos are so saturated, especially for Overwatch and a lot of other games. You want to be able to have a really flashy and really cool looking thumbnail, which is the reason why I'm doing this and going through so much effort. Since the game is a Genji gameplay of the Weekly Brawl, we have a Genji in the picture. It's an Overwatch game. It's an Overwatch background, and then I have the picture of what the Weekly Brawl was. Now I just need to add some text of kind of like the title of the video. So I kind of titled the video, you know, Overwatch, Genji gameplay, Weekly Brawl, Mobile Watch, you know what I mean? What I want to do is I think I want to add the text Weekly Brawl gameplay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my tools, and I'm going to minimize tools, and I'm going to go to text. Now I want to type. So I'll put this text up on the screen, and then you long press to edit the text. Now, let's see what I want to go with. I already have the title in there, you know, Overwatch in there, so I think I want to do Weekly Brawl. Oops. Weekly Brawl. So So that's my first message I want to use. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to choose a font. So I like to use this font here to kind of thicken it up and make it look cool. So I'm going to choose a weekly brawl here, and then I'm going to go to Tools, and I'm going to go to Shadow. So now Shadow originally is not there. So you need to click on its opacity, and then I'm going to slide my finger to the right and add a shadow. I like to put mine all the way up to 100 because, you know, why the fuck not? So you can also change the color of the shadow, which I think I'm going to do to kind of make it stand out a little bit better. And then we can choose a color here. Some colors, I wish there was a little bit more of a color palette, but, you know, so this is mostly trial and error, just trying to go through and find maybe what color might work well with what, you know, what the background is. So I kind of like the red here. But the problem is that it's kind of not really behind the letters the way I like, so that, you know, so that way it doesn't look so cramped and so, I don't know, confusing to see, especially since it's going to be such a small picture. So I'm going to go to X offset, and I'm going to slide my finger to the left, and that will bring, as you can see the bar on the top, it goes down, the number goes down with it. So in this app, you know, sliding your finger around with the different types of settings, push left to right, is what adjusts the setting. So I'm going to hit Y, I'm going to bring it down a little bit as well. So I kind of want it to be kind of like a glow, not so much like a huge shadow behind it. So I think that looks cool like that. So I'm going to unclick the offset, I'm going to put that bad boy right there. Alright, so now that I have Weekly Brawl on there, you know what, I might add an exclamation point. So why not? It's exciting. Alright. Weekly Brawl. So what you can do is either you can save the text how it is by clicking the check mark on the top left, or you can hit this plus sign on the bottom kind of middle right, and that'll add another text line using the same formatting as the text you just used. So I'm going to hit the plus button, and I'm going to hold long press to add it, and this is a Genji gameplay. So Genji gameplay. Alright, so I kind of like to off-center it a little bit, so that way it kind of looks better, and I also like to make it a little bit bigger, so that people can say, hey, this is a Genji motherfucking gameplay, bros. Let's watch it. So sometimes I like to take the colors and change them for the shadows, or change the colors of the text, kind of try to make it stand out more, but I kind of like the way that this looks with both of the texts having the same shadow. And it doesn't really cover up too much. You can kind of see what it is. You see it's Weekly Brawl. You can kind of see the background images still as they are. So I kind of like the way this looks now. Yeah, it looks dope. Okay, so this is the image I'm going to use. So basically the thumbnail is done. So now that it's done, what I do is I email it to myself. So you know how to do that on your own phone. But first, in order to save the picture, you want to go to the second button down where it kind of looks like the share icon and bring up this menu. And I like to hit Save Photo. So it's saved. Cool. Now it's in my camera roll on my phone, and then I can email it to myself. And then once I email it to myself, I'm then able to go into YouTube after I've fully downloaded and processed the video, and I like to put it, you know, I put it in there and it looks cool. If you need to resize it, the dimensions need to be 1280 by 720 for a thumbnail, so you can use GIMP or Photoshop if you want to resize the image, because sometimes it won't always fit. Since there's not really a pixel image here, it's more just by sight. And you can also just crunch it down if you need to. I like to use GIMP since it's free, and there's other videos online that will show you how to do that. So basically, that sums up my tutorial on how to create a custom thumbnail for your gaming videos. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If not, you know, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. And definitely check out the Enlight app. I really, really, really dig it. It's not expensive, and it's super fucking simple and easy to use, especially once you get the hang of it. And there's a lot of opportunities and ways to make awesome thumbnails. And remember, that's really important when making a YouTube video and trying to grow your channel. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm out.